Good day, everyone. My name is Miroslav Reiter from Faculty of Management, Comenius University from Slovakia. My presentation compares two editions of the PRINCE project management methodology. We focus on structural, conceptual, and operation differences, and our goal is to find out what changed and whether the change are meaningful. Very briefly about the content of our presentation and research paper. At the beginning, we will have a look at introduction and abstract and our contribution. Then we will discuss the aims and methods used in research paper. We will analyze the result, and in the conclusion, we will be happy to hear your question and discussion. Paper has classification M15, O32, and L86. We use qualitative comparative study of the structural, conceptual, and operation differences between PRINCE6 and the latest version PRINCE7. Today I will discuss how PRINCE2 represents the evolution of PRINCE project management methodology compared with PRINCE2 6th version. The study compare both versions through official documentation and the reference framework, focusing on structural, conceptual, and operation changes. One of the most important changes in introduction of people as the integrated element. This means the PRINCE7 places stronger emphasis on leadership, organizational culture, communication, and stakeholder engagement. Another key change is the transformation of the teams into practices. This shows the shift from more process-oriented model toward the more flexible and context-driven framework. PRINCE7 also extends project performance aspect by including sustainability. This reflects the growing importance of long-term value, responsible delivery, and wider organizational impact. And lastly, methodology also gives more attention to digital and data context. This study has three main research questions. First, how is PRINCE6 characterized in terms of structure, governance, and operational design? We describe how 6 works. What are the key structural and conceptual and operational differences between the two editions? And third, to what extent do PRINCE2 7 version change address limitation of the previous version? So we evaluate where PRINCE2 7 actually improve on previous version. Why this study matters? PRINCE is the most widely used project management frameworks in the world. A new version was released in 2023, bringing significant changes. Organization needs to understand these changes before deciding to upgrade, and this study helps practitioners make informed decisions. And we have 3 key reasons in this research matters. Gap in literature. Most existing academic work either examine older PRINCE2 version or compare the PRINCE to other frameworks like PMBOK. Nobody systematically analyze what actually changed between 6 and 7. Then contemporary pressure. The business world is demanding more from project management and practical need. Project managers in the field often asking what's different. Should we update or it's okay? Our processes, what does it mean for us? They need a clear evidence-based answer, not speculation. And so this study fills the gap, providing a direct systematic comparison that practitioners can actually use. Theoretical background, we look at the transition through 3 lenses: methodology, evaluation, organization learning, and digital transformation. Each perspective helps us understand a different aspect of the change. Together, they give us a complete picture of why PRINCE7 was developed. This framework guides our analysis through the study. PRINCE has organization with principles, processes, roles, and deliverables. We see 3 perspectives together help us understand why PRINCE2 evolved from version 6 to 7. It's not just structural tweaks, but a response to how the world works is changing. Research methodology, we use a qualitative approach based on document analysis. The process has 4 steps: literature review, conceptual analysis, SWOT analysis, and expert evaluation. No primary data collection was needed. We work with official PRINCE2 publications. This approach is standard in comparative methodology research. In phase 1, theoretical baseline, we started with the comprehensive literature review to establish the foundation concept and context for both PRINCE2 version. In phase 2, conceptual analysis, we then conducted in detail comparison between PRINCE2 version 6 and never version 7, examining the key differences. In phase 3, synthesize and evolution of finally, we synthesized our findings using a mini SWOT analysis and had expert professionals score both methodologies. Each expert scored both version on the normalized 0 and 100 scale using 8 specific criteria. We then consolidate their individual scores through consensus-based approach to reach our final conclusions. Now we see evaluation criteria. We identified 8 criteria for comparing the 2 versions. These criteria came from the SWOT analysis of both editions. Each criterion was scored by expert on the scale. The criteria cover governance, flexibility, sustainability, and people management. We see a description for each criterion. For example, structural clarity, how well organized and coherent the methodology is, governance and control, whether decision-making and the control mechanisms are effective. So these 8 criteria gave us a balanced framework to evaluate each methodology fairly and comprehensively. Now we see PRINCE2 6th version, mini SWOT analysis. This version has strong governance and clear role definition. It is well suited for large, complex projects with strict control needs. However, it has limited focus on people and sustainability. It also builds in support for agile or digital environments. So we see can feel rigid in the fast-moving, agile or innovation-heavy environment where needs flexibility is critical. Now we see mini SWOT analysis for PRINCE2 7th edition formally adds people management as a core element. It also introduces stability and digital context. The main risk is the added complexity and may make adoption harder. Some organizations may find the transition costly and time-consuming. But PRINCE7 is more modern and adaptable, but it demands the more truthful implementation than the previous version. Now we see key structural differences. The most visible changes is addition of the people element. Teams from PRINCE2 6 have been renamed to practice. Number of management products was also reduced for simplicity. Overall, the structure is more modern and context aware. We see dimension like core architectural. It has been restructured around principles, people, practices, process, and the project context. And we see main value, the fundamental shift from rigid control and governance to adaptability and people focus while maintaining rigor. Version 7 is more relevant to modern and complex projects. Now we see expert-based multi-criteria evaluation. We ask expert to score both versions across 8 criteria. PRINCE7 score higher in most categories, especially people and sustainability. PRINCE6 score better in governance and process clarity. The result confirmed that PRINCE7 is meaningful improvement overall. PRINCE6 leads in the structural clarity in governance and control. PRINCE7 outperforms across adaptability, sustainability, integration, digital orientation, human-centric approach, and practical application, confirming its broader modern technologies profile. The 4 major innovations of PRINCE7 are the people element, practices represent teams, sustainability. So Prince2 puts people at the center, leadership, communication, collaboration, and stakeholder relationship. This goes beyond just defining roles and responsibilities. Its recognition the soft skill and human factor are critical to the project success. The all teams were conceptual. There are now practical and actionable management capabilities. This makes Prince2 more usable in a real-world situation. Environmental, social, and economic impact now are formally part of how we measure the project success, sits alongside with the traditional metrics time, cost, quality, scope, benefits, and risk, as we know. It reflects modern expectation around responsible business practices, and projects today operate in digital environment, so Prince2 acknowledged this, focus on information governance and data-driven decision-making. Digital platforms and tools are now integrated to how we execute the projects. Discussion evolutionary, not revolutionary. Prince2 does not replace Prince6, but it builds on it. The core principles remain the same. The changes are extension, not replacements. This makes the transition manageable for certified practitioner. So it keeps what works while expanding the frameworks. Core principle remains business justification, stage management, exception management, product focus, and tailoring. Governance stays strong, structured decision making, clear roles, formal controls, and documentation are preserved. This research supports the approach from Jocelyn and Miller and Ahola, but flexibility brings a risk. More tailoring option can lead to inconsistency if not managed carefully. Organizations need to set clear internal standards for roles, documentation, and how they measure sustainability. Implementation is more than just learning the method. You need the right organization foundations and data management capabilities, digital tools, and ability to measure sustainability outcomes are essential. As I say, Prince2 adds sustainability as former project performance aspect. This aligns with current ESG and environmental trends. However, the guidance is still high level and lacks practical tools. Organizations will need to develop their own sustainability practices. So the critical point is, without this action, sustainability remains just words on the slide. Real integration requires deliberate structure effort. Now, practical implication for organization. Organization using Prince6 do not need to switch immediately. Prince7 is recommended for project with strong people or sustainability dimensions. Training and certification updates are available for current practitioner. Decision to upgrade should be based on project context and organization needs. It's good to think of Prince2 as a governance framework that adapts to your needs, not a rigid process checklist. Use it to strengthen decision making and enable teams to respond to change in hybrid environments. And finally now, conclusion and future research. Key findings are Prince2 is evolution, not completely overhaul. It builds on Prince7 rather than replacing it. Prince6 still holds the strong governance, control, and predictability. Prince7 shines in adaptability, sustainability, digital readiness, and putting people first. Prince6 has a slight edge in structural clarity and governance control. So success with Prince7 really comes down to whether your organization is ready and matured enough to implement it. Now we see studying limitations. This was a qualitative study with small expert panels, so the findings are exploratory, not statistically proven across a large population. So in next future research directions, we need empirical studies on actual Prince7 adoption across different industries. How the people element actually works in practice needs to more investigation and real-world measurement of sustainability performance in projects. In bottom line, we see the real question isn't which version is better, It's whether your organization can ethically balance the flexibility PRINCE2 offer with the control it still provides. Thank you. We are open to question.